Welcome back. Previously, we were dealing with some of the different cases that comes under computation of interest of a certain amount that may be lender or deposited or invested. That depends upon the nature of the question. Today, we are going to deal with some of the different types of interest that may come across during business, and it's just only a theoretical part of that different types of interest. There are no other further mathematical computation regarding that. It's just only a theory part. So let's discuss about the various types of interest that comes under this category. Nominal interest rate. Actually, nominal interest rate means it is the interest rate before taking inflation into account. Nominal also can refer to the stated interest rate on a loan without taking into account any fees or compounding of interest. Nominal interest rate has its relevance in business point of view, because in actual business, whatever the interest rate or any commercial dealings is directly or indirectly depends upon the inflation of that economy. So while taking any forms of investment decisions or any forms of financial decision, you need to consider the inflation situation of that economy, because it has direct or indirect effect on business as well as economy of the country. So whenever you are going to take decision regarding business or finance, you need to give prime importance to inflation. So in nominal interest rate, this concept finalizing the interest on a certain amount investor or lender will consider the inflation. So in nominal interest rate, there is no computation or consideration regarding inflation. It is just the rate of a certain amount without considering any of the inflation situations or any of the add-ons or percentage or amount associated with that certain amount. Because usually we come across a interest on a certain amount, principal amount, and in that interim we have been dealing with various problems in which a certain sum of amount invested in bank or deposited in bank for certain some amount of interest or certain percentage of interest. We have been dealing with such cases. Actually, that interest amount consists of various factors like fees or some other additional charges or any other sorts of brokerages, as well as inflation situations. So nominal interest rate refers to the interest rate before taking all those considerations. That is known as nominal interest rate. And the computation is nominal interest rate equal to R equal to M into 1 plus I raised to 1 by M minus 1. This is just a formal equation for the computation of normal interest. We just dealing only the theoretical part of this session, where I is the effective rate, R is the standard rate, and M is a normal compounding or number of compounding periods of computation. As I have told earlier, though the nominal rate is the stated rate associated with a loan, it is typically not the rate that consumer pays. As I have told earlier, usually interest rate on certain amount of loan or a deposit comprises of various parts. In the nominal interest rate, it doesn't consider all those parts. That is the concept of this explanation. So the nominal rate is the stated rate associated with a loan. It is typically not the rate that the consumer pay. Consumer pay an effective rate that varies based on fees and effect of compounding. Usually consumers pay interest rate and its computation is quite simple. Just imagine nominal rate is 10%. And if I am a consumer or a customer of a bank, I usually end up paying not the nominal rate. If, for example, here nominal rate is 10%. For a consumer like me, the bank set a effective rate that consists of normal rate plus whatever the factors that has to be considered as per the dealing. For example, it may be plus 5%. As a consumer, I will be dealing with 15% concept. That is normal rate plus whatever the factors which we have discussed now. That is known as nominal interest concept. Next one, real interest rate. A real interest rate is an interest rate that has been adjusted to remove the effects of inflation to reflect the real cost of funds to the borrower and the real yield to the lender or to an investor. It is similar to the nominal interest rate, but it is on the other side of the coin, because in one extent nominal interest rate is the just a pure or the base rate, whereas real interest rate is the exact opposite of normal interest rate, whereas real interest rate helps the consumer or the whatever person in helping extracting the interest rate after considering all the various factors relating to inflation or any other cost or compounding or fees relating to that account. As I told earlier, real interest rate is a rate that has been adjusted to remove the effects of inflation to reflect the real cost of fund to the borrower and the real yield to the lender or to an investor. So, the various methods for finding out the real interest rate are real interest rate equal nominal rate minus inflation rate. Thereby, the concerned person or whoever dealing with the investment can identify the real interest rate on his deposit or investment. Next one, real interest rate is important to investors and lenders, as I have discussed earlier. It is the most important factor that helps an investor or a lender in identifying the exact cost of that investment. Next one, real interest rate takes the inflation rate into account. As I have told earlier, inflation play an important role directly or indirectly in the economical aspect of the concern or company or a country as a whole. So, real interest should be considered predictive when the true rate of inflation is unknown or expected. Sometimes the inflation rate may not be easily accessed or computed by the concerned investor or whoever person who has invested their amount. So, in that case, a real interest rate is helpful in identifying the real cost of investment. The real interest rate gives lenders an idea of the rate they receive after factoring inflation. All this is done to exactly find out the real cost or value of the investment, because usually the rates of interest rates or rates based on investment or any deposits usually consisting on different parts including inflation factors. So, in order to find the exact cost of that investment, inflation has to be deducted, and the real interest rate helps the investors in identifying the real cost. So, real interest rate gives the investors or the lenders a better idea of the rate at which their purchasing power increases or decreases. In case of a loan, it is the real interest that the lender effectively receives. Next one, effective annual interest rate. Effective annual interest rate. An effective annual interest rate It is very much important for a borrowers or investors or lenders to identify the exact value of their investment with regard to interest rate when there is a compounding concept or a continuous compounding is in operation. So effective interest rate are very much significant for borrowers as well as investors and lenders because it helps in exactly identifying the value or investment or cost of their amount invested or lender or deposit or whatever it may be. The effective interest rate is always calculated as if compounded annually because it's the interest rate, the exact value of interest rate is to be found out whenever the investment or lending is done on the basis of continuous compounding or compounding basis. It is quite important for the investors or lenders point of view to exactly identify their cost of interest as well as the amount of investment or the return which they are going to expect, because the return on every investment is basically depend upon various different factors, and all these factors comprises the interest of that certain amount. So it is very much important for an investor to identify the exact value of their investment. That's why these types of interest or effective annual interest rates or real interest rate or nominal interest rate has to be computed to identify the exact value or cost of that investment. That's all for today. We just go through all these concepts. It's only a theoretical part. You are not going to deal with any mathematical computation. Just understand the concept and we will further discuss about effective annual interest rate in the next sessions.